Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Today we're going over some recoil control. As you guys know, yesterday's video was pretty much about the 4 keys to pretty much succeeding in any shooter. Now this is also the same case when it comes to any shooter, and that is recoil control. So obviously we got ourselves some base guns. We got the base M4 and then we got the base MP5. Both of these do not have attachments on them, at least right now. Obviously, you know, these guns don't have have some of the released amount of recoil, to be honest. Like, you can easily just manage these guns as well. And that's a good these are a good example on what you should do whenever you're practicing recoil control. Take a gun that you everybody uses, that's like pretty much the OP weapon, and that maybe, or even just a gun that's easiest for you to use. And then you just go into a game and then you kind of just aim at a wall. It doesn't really matter what wall you aim at. But you go ahead and you learn its recoil. So you just go ahead and just do this. Obviously, you don't touch your stick at all. As you can see, the recoil is up and to the right. So now we're going to go ahead and see that up and to the right kind of movement. And then we're going to counter it. Sometimes I pulled down a little bit too much, and something I also kind of forgot, that this is for controller players only. The same kind of thing matters towards people that are on mouse and keyboard. If you're a mouse and keyboard player, obviously everything that I give is not going to be for you, but it's going to kind of factor into the same kind of things. So obviously, you know, whenever you're a controller player, all you want to do is counteract whatever that recoil is. So as you can see, up to the right. So instead of up to the right, you want to pull down to the left. So as you can see, I managed it right there pretty well, but I'm going to show it again. So as you can see, up right, and now we're going to go down left. Pretty well right there. So obviously, again, let's go ahead and take a look at the actual recoil, not touching the stick. It always differs, to be honest. Like, there's the big magnitude, but then there's a random small magnitude now. It's still predictable because it's still up and to the right, but sometimes there's that RNG in there to where you still just get right there. Like, see, the whole magnitude is just changed every time. But yeah, obviously it all counts into the same thing. You just go and you counteract whatever that pattern is. As you can see, we went ahead and that's the best one I've done so far. So yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and go on to the next part, and this is the MP5. Obviously, aim at the wall. Same thing. Obviously, MP5 doesn't have that much recoil already, so we're going to go ahead and pull out a different version of the MP5 that I put together. Alright, so we got a different MP5. We got one that is literally put together to completely destroy your recoil control. So obviously, let's go ahead and aim it at the wall without touching the stick. As you see, the magnitude there is pretty big. It went a huge jump in the dot all the way up to that kind of magnitude. Obviously, it's a little harder to see right here, so let's go ahead and let's do it again. Not touching the stick. Big jump right there. But obviously, you can still counter it if you want to. Obviously, I would not recommend this kind of setup for it because it's just not that good. But obviously, we're going to go ahead and try to counteract that. It's a little harder for sure. It's a little unstable as well. But you kind of get the gist. It's still the same kind of thing where you counteract that recoil. So obviously, the spread right there. At a distance, this thing would not succeed at all. Let's go ahead and go over to a distance and try to manage that. As you can see, the shots were all over the place, so obviously this setup is not very good, but you can still kind of try to control the recoil. It's an SMG. It's not supposed to be made for these longer ranges. Like, I'm going to try to do this, try to snipe it from here. Obviously, especially a setup like this is not made for longer ranges. As you can see, the bullets are all over the place. But you can still, at the range it's supposed to be played, you can still control it pretty well. So, with recoil control, it's just as simple as that. It's pull down on the stick or just counteract the path that it gives you. Like, let's look at this M4 that I stacked with recoil attachments. Obviously, you're not going to get that much recoil, but you can still control this, and it's going to laser now. Watch. as you can see, it lasered. So let's go ahead and let's kind of crouch over here and see if we can see. And the setup more like this is definitely made for longer ranges. Let's go ahead and try it again. It's still a little harder to control the recoil at range, and obviously you shouldn't go full spray if you're like at a longer range. But as you can see, it's still very accurate, more accurate than the MP5. Like that difference, this is where I kind of shot. There's maybe an MP5 shot in there too, but this is where I shot with the M4, and this is where I shot with the MP5. So obviously, it also comes down to the attachments that you use. Obviously, I wouldn't stack it all for recoil control because it just makes the gun slow. But obviously, you can do whatever you want to do. But that's just my advice. But anyways, that's literally recoil control. Now, let's go ahead and hop into the example gameplay, which is an MP5 gameplay. So the setup that you're seeing on the MP5, I don't have here, I don't think. But it's pretty much just the MP5 with the monolithic suppressor, the Ranger foregrip, the 45 round mag, F-tac collapsible, and sleight of hand. That's the setup that I use. Still a good amount of recoil control, especially with the 9mm rounds. They're definitely going to, they really don't give you that much recoil anyways. But obviously we got to counteract the no stock here with some recoil control. So anyways, let's go ahead and hop into that gameplay. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe if you're brand new to the channel. And make sure to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram. Keep up to date with me and videos, building a positive community all around those platforms. So I would love to have you. Anyways, hope you guys do enjoy. One more thing I forgot to mention is also keep in mind that I do utilize those 4 keys that I mentioned in the last video. If you want to go watch last videos, there should be a card that pops up right now, or it's linked in the description if I forget to put the card up there. I utilize those 4 keys, and I utilize my ability to control my recoil. And I believe the next episode I want to do is audio. Stuff like listening and stuff like that. So we might do that in another day, maybe even tomorrow. So who knows? I love you guys. Again, enjoy the gameplay.
Reloading.
Enemy to electronics store.
I'm reloading.
Be advised,
Taking shot. Reloading.
less than a minute.
Reloading.
Time's up. Move your ass.
Reloading. Popping trigger.
Securing the armor. Provide support.
Changing mag. Frag out.
Enemy in the bazaar.
Hostile down. down.
Got a UAV on station. Ready for
Recon on my
flyout.
position.
UAV in the AO.
Low on ammo.
Less than a minute. Securing the armor provides some. Got a VTOL on station, ready to deploy.
Enemy at the bazaar.
Chopper on station, ready to gun.
Outlaw 1-2 is now on station.
We're taking the armor, defend.
Good kill. Nice shot.
Less than a minute.
I'm reloading.
We're securing the armor.
I'm in the crosshairs. I'm reloading.
30 seconds. Time's up. Move your ass.
Reloading.
We've got a UAV on
Requesting
station, ready for
recon.
flyout.